the few players to have spent his entire career at the same club, clocking up more than 700 appearances for United. No footballer in history has won more English Championship medals. Well, lots of you getting in touch this morning about the plans to tackle global warming. Do keep those emails and texts coming into us. news@sky.com for the emails or text 84501. Back to Andrew.
Thanks, Charlotte. Hello again. Stay with us. Jon Gaunt is here, TalkSport radio host, Sun columnist, to give us our look through the morning papers. John, what have you got?
Yeah, I thought I'd start with this story in the Sun. It's in every newspaper this morning. The headline says, Tapas 9 in secret meeting. It's about a meeting that the McCanns had with their friends who were dining with them on the night that little Maddie went missing, which is, I think, 222 days ago now. And they had this meeting a week or two ago. It's only just come out they've had the meeting. Portuguese police are suggesting that the meeting was suspicious. I mean, all I think is the whole thing's a big circus. I think they were ill-advised to have this meeting. I think what needs to happen is they need to be questioned, but the Portuguese police should have questioned them weeks and weeks ago. This is just dragging on too long, and the way the stories are written today, and the rumours that are circulating around, it really just needs to be put to bed. I think I said months ago that, we all tend to forget that the core of this story is that a little 4-year-old girl has gone missing, presumed dead now, I guess. And I just feel that it's dreadfully sad, and I think they've made a miscalculation by having this meeting. I think they were wrong to have the meeting. I'm not suggesting in any way, shape or form they're guilty, but I think they were wrong to have the meeting. But I think the Portuguese police are wrong. They're dragging their feet. If they've got questions to ask the McCanns, ask them the questions and their friends, and then either clear them or get to the next stage.
It is becoming a strange standoff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just horrid, isn't it? It's just horrid, and it just needs to be put to bed once and for all, I feel.
OK.
So that's that one. And another story that needs to be put to bed, really, is this Fairpack victims. I mean, they're still waiting for their cash. It's over a year ago. I mean, Northern Rock, all those shareholders had a chance of losing their money. The government are straight in there, bailing it out with billions and billions. Working class people who perhaps aren't as financially astute, part of the Fairpack fiasco, they've put their money in and they still haven't got it back. And they say the reason is that they've got to check for double claims, for example. But I just feel that we're dragging our feet again. Come on, give these people their money back. They're never going to get back all their money anyway. They're only getting a few pence in the pound. I just feel these are the poorest people, the most deprived people in Britain. I cannot understand why they haven't been bailed out already.
It's funny again, isn't it, how this works? Who gets the profile, gets the attention, who doesn't get the... Yeah, Northern
Rock, all sorted out, whereas Fairpack, still waiting.
Indeed.
Talking of being sorted out, this is a typical Daily Mail story, but it's a good story. The £1 million Mandarin. Civil servants' pension pots dwarf those in the private sector. Of course, not everybody who works in the civil service is picking up £1 million, but it's well known that people in the public sector have got these copper-bottomed pensions. And a lot of financial experts are saying there's a pension apartheid growing in this country, where people who are working for private firms are no longer getting final salary payouts. A lot of people would suggest that Gordon Brown is the man who stole your old age, and we've got the public sector who are still protected. Not only that, they're going to be retiring at a much earlier age than myself and you, probably.
So 30 years of wandering the corridors in a daze, but in the end, you're looked after.
That's right. You're going to be sorted. Yeah, it might be a boring job, lads, but in the end, you're going to get a big pension pot. Yeah. This is the Express. This is another Christmas story, just to get us in the mood. Only 2 weeks to go now. Great traditions are now ghosts of Christmas past. Evidently, most of us now start the morning at 9 o'clock with a glass of champagne. Not every day, but on Christmas Day. I know we certainly do that in our household, but they're saying that's a new tradition. A lot of the old traditions, like putting a sixpence in the Christmas pudding, that doesn't happen anymore, or any coins. They're saying because of health and safety, roasting chestnuts, even playing Trivial Pursuits and charades. Now, I don't know about you. In our family, we still do that in the afternoon.
Do you still put on the paper hats that you get out of the crackers?
Put a paper hat on and fall asleep, and then wake up and say, "Who's turned the telly over?" That's what a dad does on Christmas afternoon.
And snores as well. On
and
account of the brandy.
Obviously. Yeah.
But it's not the children that are taking us away from this, is it? It's just somehow the pace of everyone's day.
The pace of everyone's day
is now intruded into Christmas.
Fragmentation of TV, I guess. The fact that we don't all watch Morecambe and Wise like we used to years ago.
Yeah.
There's so many other things to watch, and people now play interactive interactive games. You know, I think there's an interactive Trivial Pursuit. I can't really understand the point of that.
5 years' time, we'll all go off to our separate rooms
Yeah,
and open
you
up a
can see that
PlayStation.
happening. Yeah, you can see that happening, which is sad. But one tradition will always remain: buying undies for your significant other, whether it's for your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your husband. And David Beckham, he's in all the papers this morning, showing off, how shall we put it, his new underpants. Bold and balls is the headline in the Daily Mirror. I mean, there is really no depth that this man is willing to stoop to make more money. I mean, I think it's just an absolute nonsense. He's absolutely loaded. Why does he have to do this? He looks pathetic, in my personal opinion. And I don't even think women would like that picture, would they? Or am I just jealous?
Oh, I'm not going to make that much detailed comment, John.
And also,
I
I also think he's got his Christmas stocking down there as well.
Jackie was showing it earlier on in sport. I'm not sure if she liked it or not, but anyway, she gave it a little show.
We had a verdict. Jackie and I didn't like it. Other
Right.
people thought it was OK. But I don't really know why he has to do that.
Well, I wouldn't pause when I was turning the pages, that's for sure.
No, that's true.
OK, John, thanks very much indeed for
Good
coming in.
talking to you.
Yeah. OK, let's bring you a little breaking news now from the Middle East. We're just hearing